The Book of Changes, 22. Yes. Grace, or pi. Above, Ken, keeping still, mountain. Below, Li, the clinging fire. Or is it Li? Anyway, this hexagram shows a fire that breaks out of the secret depths of the earth and, blazing up, illuminates and beautifies the mountain, the heavenly heights. Grace, beauty of form, is necessary in any union if it is to be well ordered and pleasing rather than disordered and chaotic. The judgment. Grace has success in small matters. It is favorable to undertake something. Grace brings success. However, it is not the essential or fundamental thing. It is only the ornament and must therefore be used sparingly and only in little things. In the lower trigram of fire, a yielding line comes between two strong lines and makes them beautiful, but the strong lines are the essential content and the weak line is the beautifying form. In the upper trigram of the mountain, the strong line takes the lead, so that here again the strong element must be regarded as the decisive factor. In nature, we see in the sky the strong light of the sun. The life of the world depends on it, but this strong essential thing is changed and given pleasing variety by the moon and the stars. In human affairs, aesthetic form comes into being when traditions exist that, strong and abiding like mountains, are made pleasing or even pleasing by a lucid beauty. By contemplating the forms existing in the heavens, we come to understand time and its changing demands. Through contemplation of the forms existing in human society, it becomes possible to shape the world. Fire at the foot of the mountain. Fire at the foot of the mountain. Shape the world. Right, fire at the foot of the mountain. Where am I? Fire at the foot of the mountain. I've lost my place. The image. Fire at the foot of the mountain. The image of grace. Thus does the superior man proceed. When clearing up current affairs, he dare not decide controversial issues in this way. The fire, whose light illuminates the mountain and makes it pleasing, does not shine far. In the same way, a beautiful form suffices to brighten and to throw light upon matters of lesser moment. But important questions cannot be decided in this way. They require greater earnestness. The lines. 9 at the beginning means he lends grace to his toes, leaves the carriage and walks. A beginner in a subordinate place must take, let me read there's a little addendum note here, I don't usually read this. The hexagram shows tranquil beauty, clarity within, quiet without. This is the tranquility of pure contemplation. When desire is silenced and the will comes to rest, the world as idea becomes manifest. In this aspect, the world is beautiful and removed from the struggle of existence. Yes, this is the world of art. However, contemplation alone will not put the will to rest absolutely. It will awaken again, and then all the beauty of form will appear to have been only a brief moment of exaltation. Hence, this is still not the true way of redemption. For this reason, Confucius felt very uncomfortable when once, on consulting the oracle, he obtained the hexagram of grace. Anyway, it goes on. Blah, 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 blah. He lends grace to his toes, leaves the carriage and walks. A beginner in a subordinate place must take upon himself, must take upon himself the labor of subordinate place. Must take upon himself the labor of advancing. There might be an opportunity for surreptitiously easing the way, symbolized by the carriage. But a self-contained man scorns help gained in a dubious fashion. He thinks it more graceful to go on foot than to drive in a carriage under false pretenses. 6 in the second place means lends grace to the beard on his chin. The beard is not an independent thing. No. It moves only with the chin. The image, therefore, means that form is to be considered only as a result, an attribute of content. The beard is a superfluous ornament. To devote care to it for its own sake, without regard for the inner content of which it is the ornament, would bespeak a certain vanity. 9 in the third place means graceful and moist. Constant perseverance brings good fortune. Constant perseverance brings good fortune. Yeah? This represents a very charming life situation. One is under the spell of grace and the mellow mood induced by wine. This grace can adorn, but it can also swamp us. Hence the warning not to sink into convivial indolence, but to remain constant in perseverance. Good fortune depends on this. 6 in the 4th place means grace or simplicity. A white horse comes as if on wings. Yeah? A white horse comes as if on wings. He is not a robber. He will woo at the right time. An individual is in a situation in which doubts arise as to which is better, to pursue the grace of external brilliance or to return to simplicity. The doubt itself implies the answer. Confirmation comes from the outside. It comes like a white-winged horse. The white color indicates simplicity. At first, it may be disappointing to renounce comforts that might have been obtained, yet one finds peace of mind in a true relationship with a friend who courts him. The winged horse is a symbol of thoughts that transcend all limits of space and time. 6 in the 5th place means grace in hills and gardens. The roll of silk is meager and small. Humiliation, but in the end, good fortune. A man withdraws from contact with people of the lowlands who seek nothing but magnificence and luxury into the solitude of the heights. 21 floors up. Yeah. There he finds an individual to look up to, whom he would like to have as a friend, but the gifts he has to offer are poor and few, so that he feels ashamed. However, it is not the material gifts that count, but sincerity of feeling, and so all goes well in the end. 9 at the top means simple grace, no blame. Here at the highest stage of development, all ornament is discarded. Form no longer conceals content, but brings out its value to the full. Perfect grace consists not in exterior ornamentation of the substance, but in the simple fitness of its form.